Yes, I don't.
Can you speak English, please? I don't understand.
You guys don't understand what I say. You understand, right?
No, we don't.
Okay.
You're from the Virgin Islands.
Okay. I don't really know much about Miss Michele, but I've met her a couple of times, and the time I met her when we really spoke was that time you had something downtown when she did a presentation, and she was explaining the Garifuna language and how different it is when you translate from how we speak it. When you translate, it's like backwards, and that was interesting for me to hear somebody of a different race explain my culture to me, my language. I'm like, what? This is really interesting. So I want to know more about her, and I really appreciate what she have done for our culture and for people, and how genuine and lifeless, and like what Mom said earlier. She did it from the heart. You could tell that she's not looking for no gratification or anything at the end. Like certain people do stuff expecting something at the end. No, she did it because she want to see us progress and move on and do bigger and better things. Just like I kind of jealous that you guys went to the Smithsonian. I think I was the perfect person to go there, since I can speak and sing Garifuna, and but I was kind of jealous. But I said, all right, yeah, I'm want to cancel the flight, but I couldn't do it. So yeah, but I was talking to these guys earlier that I think we should try to do stuff for people before they drop sick and before they die. Like, I don't want you guys to praise me and thank me and tell me how good I am when I'm sick, and you guys have to wipe my tears and my drooling and my mouth twist up and I can't do. I want you guys to praise me now and celebrate, so I could get up and dance and sing and play the drums and entertain you guys like I do every week. We should start doing that. We're not supposed to wait till somebody's helpless and hopeless, then we want to do it and say, oh, you know what, Mr. Gill was a nice, generous man, he's always giving to, no, let's do it now. Let's do it now. Don't wait till Mr. Gill, like, let's start off from Mr. Gill. Let's start off.
I'll use Mr. Gill.
Yes, we're going to use Mr. Gill. Yes, because
I'm not going very soon.
Yeah. Seriously, I'm very serious. I'm very serious. Like, let's not wait till Georgette. Georgette is she's helpful, she's genuine. I call Georgette anytime I need help and stuff for some. And me and Georgette, we have a good chemistry.
So she going next?
No. I'm saying. But okay, you guys got what I'm saying. You go to Mr. Gill, he's gonna be like, okay, he's gonna help you out. And I heard a lot about Mr. Gill before I even met him, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? And you normally hear sometimes you hear about certain people, you hear the negative stuff before you even know the person. You're like, oh, I don't like that person, but you don't like the person because of what you heard, not what you know. But when you hear good stuff about people, then hey, let's not wait. Let's cherish them and give them that respect, and let the world know how positive, and how much effect this person have on our culture and on people on a whole. So I don't have much, like I said, I don't have much to say about Miss Michele, because we never had that intimate relationship whereby we could talk and hang out, and I didn't know her, so I cannot really say much. I wish I could. But from what I've heard and from what I've seen that she did, I really appreciate her, and I could tell that she was a genuine person, very nice person, caring, and that's all I got to say. All right?
We love you, Ryan.
I love you guys too. Oh, before I go, look out for Mr. Garifuna USA, October 27. All right? I'm bringing Mr. Garifuna USA to Los Angeles. We have contestants coming from New York already. We have some guys from Honduras. We have from Houston, Atlanta. We have from here. In LA, we have Mr. Jack Arzu already. So, the way I want to present Garifuna, I want to present it in a way whereby it's not just regular. We want to big it on a different level, scale, red carpet, limousine, haul up, dashiki, nice dress. No, that's what I see. But enough about that. We want to say good night again, and let's
Michelle.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Yeah, let's celebrate of the life of Dr. Michelle,
Michelle.
right?
Yeah.
Sorry about carry guys off guard. I just wanted to, let you know what I have in the books. Huh? Hey, I'm among the leaders, so I gotta do. Thank you guys.
Yeah, I mean, dress up.
Dumure gari engu bon, aragari na go bon. Cielula olihila waya, iyogube irgunari haya. Cielugube irgunari haya. Nalu hayo yebe figabu nungu churo, lu yebe na ya nu hatumo. Good night.
Let's welcome again Miss Angelita Houston. Garcia Houston.
Hello. I don't know if.
Hello, Teach.
Hi there. I don't know if Roy, the drummer, is psychic, but when I came in the cab here, we were talking about this same thing about appreciating people when they're alive. Bring flowers so they can smell it. When you're in a coffin, there is no way you can smell anything, except you're on that side of God. So that was the topic, and Roy is correct. We need to appreciate each other. Every one of us have a distinct talent unto ourselves. There are people, Garifuna, that sing ballads. That's me. I'm not a punta person, but I love punta. I write about love, circumstances, disappointment, my lovers, yes, that too. Get out of my... Georgette, you're not my cousin. Get out of my Kool-Aid. Okay. I'm not talking to her anymore. Don't call me. So this song, I'm dedicating to Michelle. The name of this song is You Raise Me Up. Michelle was a person that lifted us up. We rode on her shoulders, We could walk on water because of Michelle's concern for us, her true interest in the Garifuna people. So this song was written by Josh Groban. When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You make me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountain. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so impatiently. But when you come and I am filled with wonder, Sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Yeah.
Sorry about the shaking. I'm still recovering from a stroke. Sometimes I forget.
Sounded great.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Miss Angelita Houston. I'm going to call on Mr. Bill Flores. He's here.
No, he
Come on
ain't.
up. He has also been part of Michelle's life and vice versa. So let's hear some of the words from the anecdotes that Mr. Flores is going to share with us.
I can't remember when I met Michelle the first time. Seems like I've always known her, and we've had numerous conversations. Like if I'm writing something, I would call her and I would tell her what I'm doing, and ask for her advice, which she always tells me. She said, "You don't need my advice. You know what you're doing." But the last conversation I had with her was before the Wanara started last year. I was at Brian's house when the Wanara started, and she was standing off to the side, obviously ill, and I was wondering why she felt the need to show up. But then knowing her, I understood why she was there. And I was talking to someone about the difference between Wanarawa and Jankuno. And she was just standing off to the side listening to the conversation. And when we got done with the conversation, she pulled me aside and said, I've never heard that explanation before. I said, yeah, because now I'm taking a different look at it. If it has a name in Garifuna, then it is Garifuna. It is of us. And she said, I've never really heard anyone broke it down like that. Because that's my pet peeve. People referring to Wanarawa as Jankuno, because they are two different traditions. And I always try to bring that point. And I told her, I said, because it doesn't make sense to me that the first thing a Garifuna person would tell anyone else, I'm Garifuna, my people are never slaves, but every Christmas we dance Jankuno. It really doesn't make sense. So I gave it another analysis of that. But then but Michelle and I, we collaborated on a few stuff. I remember when she was writing this instructional book in Garifuna about Garifuna language, and she called me and asked me if she could use some of the lines that I wrote for the movie Garifuna in Peril. Without a second thought, I said, sure, go ahead and use it. You could always go ahead and use it. I say, and anything that I write, if you want to use it, you can always use it. You have my overall permission to use anything from me. But Michelle embraced our culture in a way that very few people have, and I'm talking Garinagu and non-Garinagu. This woman, she just threw herself into our culture and actually become one of us. because this is how I consider Michele. I always consider Michele as one of us, you know, and most of the time, so I attempt to talk to her in Garifuna. She understands most of the words, but she'd say, "Bill, you know, I can't answer you, right?" I would tell her, I said, try, and then she would just laugh. But this woman will be truly missed by our culture, because if we have an event, we ought to expect Michele to be there. You know, whatever it is, she was going to be there. And this woman drives from San Diego to come to LA to be with us all the time for everything.
She lives in San Diego. I didn't
Yeah, and you know, and it's not an easy drive. Like sometimes it would be raining, like it's raining right now, and she would show up.
She lives in LA.
You know, and I would always tell her, Michele, I would tell her, Michele, you are afraid to come down.
I'm loving you now.
But one thing that she's done for us, she has shown us the way to preserve, in one way to preserve our culture. She showed us a way that it's good to share our information with people and with universities, and that trip to the Smithsonian, even with the country of the United States. So she has put us in a position that most cultures in our situation haven't gotten yet. So, and her influence also leads all the way to the United Nations, UNESCO, you know, because she talks about that. But she will be truly missed. Michele, Beba Omega.
What does that mean?
Thank you, Bill. As you may know, Mr. Flores is the son of the late Don Justo.
No,
No, not this one.
The son, that's correct.
No, George and Dominica Guerrero, and
Please explain.
yeah, Don Justo is my cousin. I happen to be Bill Jr. From the